family was, let's see, I had a baby sister and a younger brother and a mama. See, because I was born during the war, and my daddy never came home after the war, so I didn't have no daddy.
How old were you?
How old was I when your daddy was born?
Yep.
I was probably 30 years old.
30?
30. My mother used to work she was a factory worker. Wherever there was work, she worked. She wound up working in the shoe factory. That was her favorite. She liked to be a shoe factory. She was a stitcher. And when I turned 21, my mom made me a pair of shoes. And I wore those for a long time.
Where are they?
They wore out. I outgrew them. And I lost them. Yeah. Well, one time, my little sister, she was at the time maybe 3, 4, 5 months old. She was little, and she had to go to hospital. I think she had some kind of a cold, maybe pneumonia or something like that. Back then, that was common. So they put her in the hospital, but she was in a new department in the hospital, and nobody was allowed in the little children's unit after 8 o'clock at night. And my mom was very nervous about Roberta, so she wanted to go check on her. It was probably about 9:30 at night. So I said, well, if you want to go check on Roberta, I think we can figure out a way to get in there. So me and my mom went up to the hospital, and we went in this way and that way and up a flight of stairs and through one department and then another department, and we wound up in the children's ward. And we saw my sister sleeping. So we stayed there for a while and watched her sleep and made sure she was okay. And then when we made sure she was okay, then we went home and left her in the hospital.
How'd you get out?
We walked out.
Was it locked?
Well, we had to walk down this way and down that flight of stairs and through a certain doorway. But we got out okay. We didn't have to break any windows to get out. My grandparents. Oh, my grandfather, he only had one leg. He got his leg shot off in the First World War. So he had like a wooden leg on his left leg and used to sit in his rocking chair like this. And I used to sit on his foot. When I sat on his foot, he used to roll up his pant leg like this and get it over the knee part of his wooden leg. Now this is all wooden leg. And when he rocked, his leg would go back and forth like that. Well, on his wooden leg, there was a little wooden door. And when he went like this, it would open. And when he went like that, it would close. And then he would open it and close it. Well, I used to sit on his foot, and inside that door was 2 little wires. I used to take my finger and stick them in that little door and pluck the wires. Because when I plucked the wires, it went boom. If I plucked the other one, it went bing. And I used to pluck the wires, and he would rock back and forth, and every once in a while, he'd try to catch my finger in the door, and the door would close on my finger, and it hurt. I'd go, ow! And he would laugh. He thought that was so funny, because he could pinch my finger with his wooden leg. And I used to pluck his leg with my finger.
Did anything, did he go doing, did he move or something?
Sometimes, because he would smoke his pipe. He had a pipe. He used to like to smoke a pipe. like that. And I sat on his foot and I'd go boingy, boingy.
Well, when it opened, did like when you're laying back, did it open and lift your head up?
No, I would just sit right there. It was right in front of me. It would be right there. Because I was sitting right there and I would look at and try to stick my finger in that little hole and hit the wires. Bing, bing.
Did he capture your finger though?
He tried to catch my finger.
Did he get it once?
He got it a lot, not all the time. Well, when I was a grown person, I went to a lot of protests.
Okay.
I protested against the helmet law. When they started making motorcycle people wear helmets, I didn't think that was fair. And I protested against the helmet law. And I still gotta wear helmets. I lost that protest. That was a bad protest, I guess.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, I protested and it didn't work.
When did you get your first motorcycle?
I got my first motorcycle when I was 17.
How long did you have it for?
I had that one for about 3 years. 3 years, yeah. Then I got hit by a car. Car hit me, knocked me right
Is
down.
that how you got the fake knee?
The what?
The fake knee?
No, that was my grandfather had the fake knee. No, when I got hit by a car,
Didn't you have a fake
they gave me a lot of money for that. So I took all that money and bought a motorcycle. That's how I got my first motorcycle.
Didn't you get that fake knee when you fell?
Yeah. That was a different
Not
time.
wooden.
No.
It was, looks like skin, but it's not.
Yeah, it's right there. I got it.
Still got it in it.
Yeah.
Can you take it off?
No, it's got to stay in my leg. It's all right in there.
Inside.
Mm-hmm.